What gang year? What's up y'all? Quay Max aka Just Woke Up Quay. The crust is probably still in my eyes, right? Today we'll be looking at a new video, a new animation video by Young Don the Sauce Guy getting suspended out of high school. I usually watch him pretty frequently, but I just haven't thought to do a reaction video of his, so we here for it now. And like I said, get suspended in high school. I can't tell you how many times I got suspended. I think every year, at least once every year in high school, I got suspended for something stupid, for something dumb, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna watch this though. Hope you guys enjoy it. Quay Max aka Quay. We out. We here.
So I almost didn't graduate high school in Jamaica because the dean of discipline of my school caught me selling candy during morning devotion. Now I know.
What? Got caught selling candy? I thought he was about to say he got caught selling like some dope or some crack. Candy? We was doing that all the time, bro. There was always at least one person in the class that had a backpack full of candy selling it for like a quarter, 50 cents. That had the little family size, the little bite size, whatever you need, he had it, bro. He was the plug, for real. I couldn't imagine not graduating because I sold candy.
Most of you watching live in America, so morning devotion, dean of discipline, these might be unfamiliar terms to you. Now, for the uninitiated, grew up in Jamaica, graduated Jamaican high school at 16, moved to America, did junior and senior year in Florida, and then graduated American high school. But this story is in the Jamaican high school, so stick with me here. There are a lot of differences between high school in Jamaica and high school in America. Public high school in Jamaica, everybody wears uniform. In America, you pretty much wear whatever you want. Jamaican public school, we start the day off with morning devotion, where we sing praises, clasp our hands, close our eyes, and pray to the good Lord Jesus Christ. In American high school, you make TikToks with your buddies, or whatever the fuck you niggas are doing.
Wait, what? Wait, why is he twerking? Why is the cake so thick? Like I said, cake is cake, but bro got a whole wagon, bro, in the back. What's going on? 2020. Oh, that's right. Y'all niggas in Zoom class. That's right. In American public school, all throughout the campus, you have these large magical boxes where for just a little bit of pocket change, you can get just about any snack or drink that your little heart desires. In Jamaica, it's a little different. When I was going to school, we didn't have vending machines on the campus. Instead, we have street vendors, people with carts that they fill with snacks and drinks and all kinds of shit. And they push it down the street, and that's where you go when you want to buy a snack. And in a lot of ways, it's better than a vending machine because you can't negotiate with a vending machine. If it costs $1.25 for the Doritos, you better have $1.25. The street vendors, shit, they'll take $1.15. Anyway, what this means is that the only time you can get any food, snacks, candy, drinks during school in Jamaica was during your 45-minute lunch period. Because street vendors pushing their carts down high school hallways during class time would be ridiculous. Which means if you didn't bring snacks to school or you didn't stock up during lunchtime, you screwed. During the rest of school, you pretty much have no way to get any food, especially snacks and especially... Hey, you better start eating the gum from the bottom of the desk. I know y'all still got them desks. Go under the desk, see a little bit of gum, strip it off, pop it in your mouth. Or if you want to be extra safe, just blow on it for like 3 seconds. You should be okay. Personal experience. This created what I like to call a snack vacuum, where other kids saw an oppressive school rule that prevented you from getting candy during class time. I saw a business opportunity. And to be fair, I didn't come up with the idea. I saw this other kid selling Jolly Ranchers out of his backpack to my classmates, and immediately I was like, yo, that's a lot of money. I could be doing that. So I went up to the kid and I asked him, where does he get the candy? He told me that he buys it in bulk at a wholesale. Instantly, I remembered that my cousin that I grew up with, who was like a big sister to me, was married to a Chinese guy who owned a wholesale
downtown. So I went home, told my mom about the business idea, and of course, she was very supportive. My mom has always supported anything I wanted to do, so long as it didn't get in the way of school. So she called my cousin, who spoke to her husband, who then basically was giving me the candy for the price that he was getting. Meaning, I was getting my candy for less than wholesale price. Do you get that? Let me break this shit down to you. Okay, so let's say you go in a gas station, right? You look down by the register, what do you see? A big box.
Yeah, usually it's better to buy stuff in bulk. Usually when you get it in bulk versus like one piece, you get a better value for it in bulk versus if you just get like one little piece, you know, or certain amounts
of Snickers bars, $1 each. And let's say the box holds 20 Snickers bars. If you wanted to buy all 20 Snickers bars, you'd have to pay $20. Well, if you were to go to a wholesale store, you could just buy the big box unopened for $10. So now you're paying 50 cents per Snickers bar. And that's because the guy who owns the wholesale store is buying these boxes by the crate load directly from Snickers. So he's getting them for like 5-10 cents per Snickers bar. That's the price I was paying, because the guy who owned the wholesale store was making babies with my cousin, who again is like a big sister to me. It's not what you know,
who you know.
It's who you know. After one day of selling candy, I made back my initial $20 investment plus profit. By the end of the week, I had 2 other dudes selling candy for me. I was...
Bro, why does his chin built like the Crimson Chin? Wait a minute, hold on. I know y'all see.
Plus profit. By the end of the week, I had 2 other dudes selling candy for...
Foul for that. That's foul. Bro, really stretched the chin. Nobody else in the cartoon has a chin like this, but he's the only 2. He must have hated these 2, bro. Whoever these 2 guys were, he must have beef for them or something.
For me. I was making so much money that I stopped asking my mom for lunch money. Of course, she would still give it to me, but that just went right back into the business, of course. And I was never a tough guy back in school, but something about having other dudes who grew up in the hood report back to you at the end of the day with money in their hand, it just gives you a certain Pablo Escobar-esque type feeling, you know? Now, the truth is, these niggas were stealing from me constantly. They stole candy,
I told you, those 2 had to have beef with Sauce God because he made the chin elongated like that. Nobody else in here, bro. I knew it. Had to be a reason.
Stole money, but because the profit margins were so high, it was worth the loss. I was still making money hand over fist. Now, of course, a guy like Pablo Escobar would disagree with that based on principle. You know, he'd cut their legs off and throw them in a river. But me, Christian boy, I go to church on Sundays, and I just wanted some new shoes, an Xbox, you know, some cool clothes. That's all I really wanted. So if that meant having to take a loss here and there, well, that was okay with me. Now, if you were paying attention during the beginning of the video, it wouldn't take a rocket scientist to realize that this was probably against the rules, right? Actually, this was so against the rules that if you were caught selling candy to other students, you'd get suspended. 3 suspensions and you're expelled. But
dang, they treating it like they selling like hard white. Like they selling coke, crack, meth, speed, heroin, Xans. I'm out of school, so I ain't snitching. I'm out of school. But allegedly, there'll be guys, whatever they could get money, however way they can get money, they gonna get that money. They was selling weed, pills, Xans, perks. They were selling candy. Like there was any way they could sell something to get some money, they were doing it. I wasn't selling their drugs. I ain't a drug dealer, but you know, people were selling some some recreational drugs. You know, allegedly. You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't worried about getting expelled. What I was worried about was not graduating. You see, my senior year of high school in Jamaica was on record the most disobedient, disrespectful, unruly graduating class to have ever come out of Arden High School. Wow. At least according to the dean of discipline, the music teacher, the principal,
Dang.
everybody else who we were supposed to be listening to. As a result, we were warned
It's
that
bad.
anybody who caught a suspension, even once, for any reason at all, was not going to be allowed to walk the stage during graduation. And I know Pablo Escobar got
That's
shot
kind
or
of
whatever,
extreme,
but
though.
that actually sounds way better than having to tell your Jamaican mother that you can't participate in
That's kinda
graduation. I
extreme.
mean, death by firing squad sounds way more pleasant if you ask me. So one morning, during morning devotion, I was chilling at my desk when one of my homies and classmates, Peter, looked over to me and gave me that look. It was that, hey, got any candy look? And of course, by now, everybody knew I was the plug. My gut told me that it was too early to start selling, you know? I mean, if for no other reason than
Should've
the
listened
fact
to
that
that
it's
gut,
the Lord's time. I mean, we're supposed to be praying to God right now. Here I am slinging illegal candy under his nose. So Peter comes over to my desk, hands me like, I don't know, 25 cents, which probably back then got you about a few Jolly Ranchers, you know, just enough to hold you over till lunchtime. I discreetly pass
it?
Peter the candy, and as I'm pulling away my hand, I look up, and who do I see staring me in the soul?
Ooh.
Dean of Discipline. Instantly, my heart drops. I put my hands in my pocket, and I look down at my desk, and I'm just hoping that he did not realize what just occurred. But he was not a fool. All I hear is, Mr. Hines, to the front of the classroom, please.
Dang.
Fuck. I start walking to the front. Whoa, Mr. Hines, don't forget your bag. Bring that too. As a matter of fact, here, give it to me. I'll keep it safe. And we walk to his office, and we get to his office. He sits me down, opens the bag.
Risked it off for 4 pieces of Jolly Ranchers. That's tough. Could have been a Hershey bag. Could have been like some Swedish fish. But for 4 Jolly Ranchers, dang, should have waited it off.
Sees the candy. Mr. Hines,
Should have waited it off.
are you aware of the consequences of being caught soliciting candy during school hours? Yeah. So then you know you will not be walking the stage with the graduating class. Yeah.
Damn.
And you have nothing to say for yourself. When I don't show up to school next week, ask my mother where my body's buried. Oh. Mr. Hines, you know, I thought you were much smarter than this. I'm also aware that you're an okay student. You don't really get in trouble. So here's what I'm willing to do, Mr. Hines. I will allow you to walk the stage with your classmates, but you are still suspended. You must show up to school tomorrow wearing the black and white. And if you are caught
Wait, what?
suspended, you must show up to school tomorrow.
In-school suspension is required to wear black and white uniforms instead of missing school. Does it shame you? I don't think that, depending on how it looked though. Now, if it looks trash, then yeah.
Wearing the black and white. And if you are caught soliciting candy again, I can guarantee that you will not be graduating this year. You understand me? Yes, sir. Good. All right, now go back to your class.
Bro just grazed the
one
bullet.
more thing, Mr. Hines. Thank you for the candy. It will not go to waste. And thus marks the end of my legal candy selling career.
He just took the whole
Taught
stash.
me a lot. Had a lot of fun. Made me some money. I'm glad I got to graduate. But you know what? Even if I didn't, I'm glad I did what I did. Because no risks, no reward. And sometimes the greatest reward is finding out that you have the balls to take the risk in the first place.
Alright, this is a video that is getting suspended in high school by Leon, Don, and Sauce Guy. That kind of sucks that y'all couldn't even sell candy. Like I said, at least in my school, you could sell candy. Like, the good times to sell candy was like in between classes, the beginning of the class, near the end of class. If there's not too much anything going on, you know what I'm saying, you can make a transaction. They were acting like they were selling drugs, bro. They was acting like Young Don was like Pablo Escobar, you know what I'm saying? Like he was just slinging dope. Like destroying the classroom or something. He got lucky, he grazed a bullet. Fortunately, he was alright. But I don't know, for me though, every year though, once a year at least. Just being stupid. But once a year I got suspended. It wasn't like one OSS, like one out of school suspension. How did I graduate? I don't know. But I got the diploma though, so we good. But I hope you guys enjoyed though. This is for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Quay Max, aka Quay Woken, yeah.